Hello students, I welcome you all to my online class and today I am going to discuss the second chapter, the tsunami. Students, have you ever seen those disaster movies where volcano erupt and engulfed an entire city? People scramble around to save their lives and their loved one, and these simply do not happen in movies. In fact, it's a movie that inspired by the real life events. You know students, when tsunami comes, everything can change in just the blink of an eye. And the instances that I'm about to tell you in this session is a testament to that. So let's move on to the chapter, students. You can see the map given over here. Okay, the tsunami. So let's read, children, and this is a chapter tsunami. There is a map. You may have a look at the map closely. And this is the map of Andaman Nicobar Island where tsunami struck. And there are certain exercise given over here which we are going to write down at the end of the chapter. So, students, one more thing, one more image given over here. Just look at closely. Right? Can you see this image, students? Okay, and you can see the image of tsunami struck land, and you can see the amount of water that float on land, carrying the car and all the other objects flowing with it. And you can well imagine about what must have happened to human life at this point of time, right? So let's move on to tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. So, students, Sanjeev, a policeman, 13 years old Meghna, 10 years old Almaz, and 10 years old Tile Smith are some of the people who survived in 2004 tsunami in the bravest manner possible and whose story of survival have become the example of valor recounted in this chapter, students. Really horrible, pathetic condition, how the people they are just managing themselves. Really, you can see here how this man is crying. They had never ever witnessed such catastrophe event, and the people had witnessed death so closely, and we can see here how these people they were managing in debris, students. Really horrible, pathetic condition. So let's move on to the chapter. Let's start, students. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed into the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So, students, underline the word archipelago. Archipelago, meaning of archipelago is group of many islands. You can see group of many islands, that is called archipelago. Island meaning is land surrounded by water, that is called island, and group of many islands, it is called archipelago. So students, here chaos given over here. Chaos meaning is complete disorder or confusion, and tremor, that means slight shake of the earth, shaking of the earth, that is called tremor. So you can check the meaning given over here. Glossary, you can see, students. Archipelago, a group of many islands. Tremor, a slight shake, earth tremors. Okay. Then chaos, complete disorder or confusion. So students, here Ignatius. Ignatius was the manager in cooperative society in Kachal. When his wife woke him up, when his wife woke him up, What happened then? See, here Ignatius, when his wife woke him up, he did not suspect a tsunami. Ignatius here and his wife. When his wife woke him up, he did not suspect a tsunami. And when he felt that tremor, what he did, he just put the television set on the ground so that it might not fall and break and make themselves safe from earthquake, all rust out. Okay, they all rust out, but the tremor or shaking of the earth stopped. When it stopped, okay, a new trouble was standing in front of them, and it was, what, it was rising of sea. Now they all were disturbed and confused to see this scenario because they could not manage the time. Okay, ideas it was not coming, and ideas they did not get the time to implement, so they all went in different direction. Then what happened? Two children, they were holding the hands of grandfather and maternal uncle and ran in the opposite direction. His wife was swept away in the tsunami, and he somehow saved his three children, but he lost his wife, two children, father-in-law and brother-in-law. See the tragedy which happened with Ignatius students. Really, let's move on to the next one. Students, let's start Sanjeev's story. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachal Island of the Nicobar groups of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. So here students, Sanjeev who was a brave policeman working in Kachal. Okay, really he was a brave policeman. He was somehow saved the life of wife and the baby daughter, and but he heard the cry of wife of John. Who was John? Guest house cook. When he heard the cry of John's wife, what he did, do you know? He jumped into the water to rescue her. But the attempt which he did, it was in vain because they both were swept away. See the tragedy which happened with Sanjeev students. Really. Students, let's move on to this para, and this is the story of Meghna. One more tragic story we are going to read in this para, students. 13 years old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating to the sea, holding onto a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. So, first of all, students, underline this word relief helicopters. The meaning of relief helicopters, bringing help to people. Then daze, one more word given over here, daze. The meaning of daze is unable to think or react properly. That is called daze. So, students, Meghna, I call Meghna fortunate Meghna. Okay, this is Meghna. Okay, you can see Meghna. So here students, I call Meghna fortunate Meghna. Now Meghna was 13 years old, girl who was washed away along with her parents with 77 other people. And students, fortunately she got wooden door, and holding that wooden door she was just floating 2 days. Can you imagine students, she was in the sea for 2 days. When she was floating, she saw relief helicopter 11 times, but the helicopters could not recognize her. Though this terrible waves, see the helicopter also, students. Wait a minute, this is the helicopter, and she saw this helicopter 11 times, but this helicopter could not recognize her. And this terrible waves, okay, this terrible waves brought her back to the seashore. But when she was there, when she was on the seashore, at that time she was unable to think, unable to identify anyone, and that means we can say that she was in shock. Okay, obvious, she will be in shock condition. Okay. Students, as you have read the story of Ignatius, Sanjeev, and Meghna, and this is one more story, disheartening story, and that is of Almaz Javed. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother, Rahila's home was in Nancowry Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremor came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So, students, Almas, who was 10 years old, her father had a petrol pump. She was studying in Carmel Convent in Port Blair, and they had gone to Nancowry Island to celebrate Christmas. But one day, what happened? The tremor came, and at that time, her father was there, who just felt the tremor, and all the family member, you can see here, students, all the family member at that time, they were sleeping. Okay, see, you can see here, all the family member, they were sleeping. And what happened then, as the sea saw the sea water recede meaning, students, move back from where it was. As you might know about Newton's third law, that every action has its equal and opposite reaction. So in the same manner it was, and that is why Alma's father, what he did, do you know? He just woke everyone up, and they tried to rush to a safer place. Then something happened, students. Let's see. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something, and he fell down. And her grandfather, he just fell down, and her father rushed to help him. And Alma's father, he just rushed to help her grandfather. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. See the tragedy, students, which happened with Alma's father and grandfather. And just because of that giant wave, both father and grandfather swept away. Then, student, Alma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. So, clinging, student, the meaning of clinging is to depend on. And her mother and aunt, they were just holding the coconut tree leaves, and something happened, student. A wave uprooted the tree, and just because a wave uprooted the tree, and they too were washed away. And Alma's mother and aunt, both were swept away. Alma saw a big log of wood floating, and Alma something saw a log of wood, and it was floating. She climbed onto it, then she fainted, and as she climbed, she was fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Camorta, where there she was brought to Port Blair, and from there she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident, and this little girl, Alma, she did not want to talk to anyone regarding this matter with anyone. She is still traumatized. Why she did not talk to anyone? Just because she was traumatized. Traumatized meaning, students, greatly shocked, and she was shocked, and that is why she did not want to talk to anyone. So now let's move on to the second part, students.